All right, hi family. This is Stacy here, wanting to just do a brief Zoom review of easy to use icons that you can use in Zoom. A lot of us already do this on our jobs every day, so we're familiar with it, but those of us who are not, here is a little video that I created so that you can have a little more information on how to do certain things. So if you will go to your computer and click on, or your iPad or your tablet or whatever, and go ahead and open up your Zoom, and then you'll be able to see some of the things that I'm talking about. So I'm gonna stretch my screen here so that I can show you exactly what you're going to be seeing. So I was in a ministry event this morning, was really nice. And so while I was in there, supposed to be paying attention, and I still was using that opportunity to print the screen and post these on different pages so you could see what it's going to look like around the family reunion. Those of you who have been coming to our Zoom family reunion little get-togethers that we've been having periodically since March, a year ago, March, you're kind of familiar with how to maneuver around Zoom, but this is going to be just a brief help with that. Let me see what I'm even looking like on here. I don't know what I look like. I think right now you can just hear my voice. Okay, there I am, looking sleepy. Okay, okay, so if you look up now that you have your Zoom open, if you look up in the right-hand corner, you can see the word view. Once you have people in your meeting, now right now, because you're in there by yourself, you may not have a view of anything. It may not be there. But if you look at my screen, once you have people in or participants in your Zoom, you will have the option to click on view. So I have circled it. It's up here in the red box. You'll be able to choose a way you want to see the screen. Some people will say, well, I can't see anybody. I can only hear you talking, or I can only see what's on the screen, but I can't see who else is in the Zoom with me. So once you click view after you're in the Zoom, and there's other people in there, there's more than one participant, when you click view, just click the options and it will rearrange your screen for you to give you a better view. So you can decide if you only want what's being presented to be shown, or you can put what's presented and then just the speaker so you can see their face, or you can put all the participants on the right-hand side or at the top or at the bottom. You can have just the speaker focused on the screen. There's different options that you have. So go ahead, don't be afraid. Once you're in the Zoom with participants, click the view and just click the different options to see what you would like. Some people go, oh, there everybody is. I can see everybody now. So click view in the top right corner, and that will allow you to see, figure out which screen you want to use during your Zoom. Okay, another thing, I'm going to slide on down here. Another question you might ask is, why can't I hear anyone? If you can't hear anybody, that means that you need to turn up the volume on, I said on your screen on this document, but on your computer, volume is located on your screen or the keyboard. Usually at the top of the keyboard, there's some volume keys. It looks like a little speaker, and you can click on one of those to raise your volume or turn it all the way down. Or the other person who is speaking might be muted. And a lot of the time in Zoom meetings that happens, and we go, well, we can't hear you. We can see you talking, but we can't hear you. And it's because the person is muted. So if you can't hear anybody, turn your volume up on your computer, or the person that is speaking is probably muted and they just need to unmute themselves. Why can't anyone hear me? Most likely you have muted yourself. So to unmute yourself, which is turning your mute off, in this picture up here, there's a green circle at the bottom left-hand corner, opposite of when we looked at view in the right-hand corner. Go down to the left-hand corner, there is a little microphone. If it has a line through it, a red line through it, that means you're muted. That means your microphone is off. That means if you're talking, no one is going to be able to hear you, okay? So in order to get the people to hear you, you're going to have to click on that microphone. Once that red line disappears, you know that now people should be able to hear me. If they still can't hear me and I'm talking, there could be something with the internet, your internet connection, or again, The people on the other end might just need to turn up their computer volume. One thing about Zoom, you guys, just a side note, is when all things go wrong or you can't get connected or you've tried all these troubleshooting things and it's still not working, exit yourself out of Zoom. See in the bottom right-hand corner where it says leave? You can click leave and leave the meeting and then come back in again, join the meeting again, and that may fix whatever the problem is. Okay, also, why can't anybody see me? So we're moving down to this one. Why can't anyone see me? So right next to where that little microphone is that we just looked at, there is a video icon and it says start video. If that little camcorder thing right here, it's in the yellow box, yellow rectangle at the bottom left of your screen. And another thing, you guys, if you don't see what I'm talking about, that means you need to take your mouse and just like you see me moving it around here on the screen, go ahead and move your mouse around on the screen or just click on the Zoom screen. Click on the screen that you're looking at. And all of these things will pop up at the bottom. You'll be able to see a row of things that pop up. So if you don't see the unmute microphone or the little start video icon, go ahead and move your mouse around on your screen, click the screen, and it should, all of that should pop up. So again, in the yellow rectangle, there's a little like miniature video camera icon. If it has a red line through it, that means no one can see you. You are hidden. The only thing we can see on our end would be maybe your name or the name of your phone or whatever, the computer name or nothing, or your picture. So once you click that start video icon and that red line disappears, then we will be able to see you, okay? You can be in a Zoom and have your video off and still be able to see all the participants. Sometimes people don't want to be seen, they just want to listen. So that's fine as well. Okay, if you want to, after you're speaking, also, I forgot to say, after you speak in a big Zoom meeting, when there's more than a few people, you should always go ahead and click the unmute or the little microphone and click it again so it mutes you and that red line appears. Then no one can hear you and there's not a lot of back noise, because some people kind of constantly keep up noise in the background and it's distracting to other people who are trying to hear what's going on in the meeting. Another thing with that is the host can always mute people. So if you can't figure out how to mute or unmute yourself, never fear, the host can also unmute you and mute you. So what I'm doing right now is just kind of letting you work your way around Zoom so you won't feel so maybe uneasy about participating in Zoom meetings, especially for our reunion that's coming up in July. Okay. So now the next question is, how many people are in this meeting? Again, move your mouse around on the screen. So you move your mouse around on the screen or click the screen, you're going to be able to see again, unmute, start the video, all of that pops up at the bottom. At the very bottom of your screen, sort of towards the middle, there's going to be a double-headed figure and you'll see it says participants. Next to that little double-headed figure, there's a number. That's how many people are in the Zoom. So on my screen, as you can see, it's kind of small. If I stretch it, you can see there are 17 participants. So that's how I know how many people are in my meeting. And let me go ahead and zoom here so you can also see what this looks like in the corner. The unmute is a little microphone and the start video is a little video camcorder. I think at the end, I'll talk about there's a little arrow here, and an arrow here. Whenever you see those little arrows in Zoom, that means there's other options. You click on that, you may see something else that you're like, ooh, I want to do this. Ooh, I want to do that. Okay. I'll talk to you a little bit about that as well a little later. Okay. So that's how you can tell how many people are in your meeting. Let's see. Okay, so if you want to also, you can click, let me make it big again. You can click the participants icon, and then on the side or in the middle of your computer screen, you're going to get a little box that pops up and you'll be able to see the name of all the people who are in the meeting or whatever they have named themselves. You'll be able to see who's in there. So this is the next part I'm going to talk to you about. It says, what else can I do with the rectangle that popped up, the participants? Because remember, once you click the participants icon, there's going to be something else that happens. A little box pops up in the middle. So take your mouse and run it over the top of the participants, the little participants box. Let me see, we go down here. Okay, so once you click on participants down here, there's a box that pops up and you'll see the names of the people. You can use this little gray bar over here and hold left click and drag it down so you can see. If you have a touch screen, you can slide it with your finger to move this up and down so you can see who's in the meeting. So that's another way to see who's in the meeting, okay? Also, if you notice at the bottom here, make it bigger, you can unmute me, okay? You can invite, you're probably not gonna wanna invite people, but maybe you will, I don't know. But anyway, there's a little box here, okay? So that's also what you can do with the participants icon once you click it and you get that box. Now, another thing that I wanted to go into is looking at all the participants' names. If you hover your mouse over a participant's name, you should get something that pops up that says unmute, like unmute yourself, or more. When you click the little arrow, again, those arrows are always a secret like way to do something else with Zoom. So if you click that arrow, there's going to be some options that pop up. One of the options is going to be rename if the host has allowed this to happen. Now, the host can do a lot of stuff in Zoom and they can close some stuff off that you're not able to do, some things that you're not able to access. But during our family reunion, we will definitely have the ability for you to rename yourself. So some people, like if you see this list here, it's first and last names. First name, some people have the name of their phone. During the reunion, we're going to want you to rename yourself so that we can see that you are Joe Smith and we can recognize Joe Smith. If you're a person that a friend of the family or a family member that hasn't been around in a long time, or a new family member or a friend that we have never seen before, it's going to be wonderful for you to just rename yourself, okay? So that's how you can rename yourself. Now, after you are done renaming yourself, if you choose to do so and you want to get rid of this box, go ahead and click the X and that box will disappear and you'll be able to see everything again on your screen, okay? So that's it with that. Now make sure though that you don't accidentally, you want to click the X on the box, not go up in the right-hand corner way up here and click the X on your Zoom screen. Because once you do that, you may exit yourself out of the meeting, but no fear. If you exit out of the meeting, just enter the meeting again with your meeting ID and password or however you entered into it before. And it's easy as that, no big deal. Okay, now, what if you're in the meeting and you want to clap, show love, celebrate, agree with somebody, show surprise or raise your hand, but you don't want to interrupt the speaker? So what you're going to do again, secret to Zoom, is move your mouse around on the screen. And the same icons that we've been working with are going to pop up at the bottom of the screen. You will see, if you look here, the yellow rectangle is around the word reactions. If you click reactions, where that smile is, you're going to get the options of waving your hand, giving a thumbs up. That little person looks like they have tears. They're laughing so hard they're crying. The surprise face, love, and then the little celebration thing. So if I can make it bigger, you can really see it. So that's what's there with the reactions, okay? So now all you have to do is just click one. And what you will see in the corner of your screen, whether your little Zoom screen where your name is or your face is, in your little box, one of these will appear in the corner and everyone can see it. So that's really cool because if you want to, somebody says something that you really like and you want to put a little heart up there, it'll be in your screen and we'll know that you're sharing love with all of us, okay? Now, another thing in Zoom that you can use if the host allows you to at any time, again, click the Zoom screen somewhere or, just take your mouse and kind of move it around on the screen and the icons at the bottom will pop up again. So in the same row with the microphone, the video, the participants, the reactions, all of that, there is a bright green icon that says share screen that I have here in a red triangle. So share screen means if you have anything you want to share, Like if you want to share your PowerPoint presentation, or you want to share a picture, something that's saved on your computers, in your computer, and you want to share it with us, you would click share the screen. Only share the screen if you're the host and the host is giving you permission to share. Some people are playing around with their computers in the middle of a presentation. It happens all the time. It's not a big deal. And they accidentally click on share screen. The next thing we know, we're looking at somebody's elbow or something that's on the computers, that person's computer, and they're thinking, how did I get that up there? Don't worry, if it happens as the host, I can unclick that and you won't be sharing anymore. And I can also disable, or whoever's the host can disable the share screen icon, so you won't accidentally hit that. But don't worry, that's what share screen is. That's really the point of this. Okay, now how do you send a message to the host or another participant who is in the Zoom meeting? So as we all get on the Zoom and we see people, oh my gosh, there's so-and-so, I haven't seen them in so long. I'd love to say hello to them. I don't have their phone number. Let me send them a message. At the bottom of the Zoom screen, when you move your mouse around on the screen again or click it, that same row of all those icons come at the bottom. So at the bottom of the screen, you'll see where this red square is, you're going to see the chat icon. It's next to share screen, it's over by reactions, it's by participants. It is the chat icon. So you can click on the chat icon, and when you do that, you're either going to get a square that pops up in the middle, or a rectangle that pops up in the middle with the chat there, or there's going to be a window like this where you see this red oval over here to the right. You're going to see a list of, the names are going to appear over there. And you can go down to the bottom where this pink arrow is and click everyone. When you click everyone, there's going to be a drop-down list of everyone's who is participating, all the names of the people, and you just click on that person and send them a message. When you're ready to send your message, it literally says, let me make it big, type message here. So right now it says to everyone. So if I want to say, hey, everybody, great to see you, then I type that where it says type message here. Then I would just click enter on my keyboard and it would appear now in the right-hand column and everyone will see it. It will also show up down here at the chat again. There'll be a number 1 because somebody has started the chat. The next person chats, there'll be a number 2, number 3, number 4. You'll just see how many chats are over there. So if you're in a Zoom and you're like, well, hey, there's the number 5 is right next to the chat icon. Wonder who's chatting. Click the chat and you can see on the right-hand side over here what people are saying. As you notice right here, if you look from Thomas to everyone. So Thomas sent a message to everyone. Then Sharita Cheeks sent something to everyone. If I decide I want to send a message just to cousin Bonnie Faye, I would just go down to everyone where this pink arrow is, click it. I look for Bonnie Faye's name, click on her name and type her a message. My message will only go to Bonnie Faye. Even though it shows up over here, only Bonnie Faye will be able to see it. So that's the really cool thing about chatting in Zoom. Another thing, once this column pops up, chat column pops up, you might want to not have that up the whole time. So if you want to get rid of it, where I have this green arrow, there's a little tiny arrow right here. Again, any of these little arrows in Zoom means there's more fun to be seen and be had. So if you click on that little arrow, you're going to get something that says, oh, I didn't show it to you, I'm sorry, but it'll say, I'm reading down here, it'll say close or pop out. If you click close on that little arrow, it'll obviously will do what it says. It will close the chat and that won't be on your right hand of the screen anymore. If you click pop out, like I have right here, pop out, it will look like this again. You'll have it'll be the chat. It'll be right here. It'll pop up like a little rectangle square thing in the middle of your screen. So you can see the chat. And again, to close it, close the X that's on the box, okay? Now I am on a Chrome computer. So mine is going to be a little different. I'm on a Chrome system computer. It's a Dell laptop. So if you have a tablet, an iPad, all those different little lingo, whatever they're all called, just remember things may be a little different, especially if you're on your phone. Now, if you are on your phone, let me expose my face so you're not just looking at it until next time. Okay. If you are on your phone, then make sure that you, when you get on your Zoom, you're definitely not going to be able to see everyone unless you keep swiping your screen to the right. The more you swipe to the right, you're going to see the different participants. If you're on your phone, you're going to be able to see the different participants. Also look for the word view. Once you find the word view or view screen, you can click on that and there's different options of ways you can see everyone, just the speaker. There's different things. Never forget, if you tap your screen on your phone, or swipe from the top or the bottom up, the different icons that we've been talking about will show up on your phone, okay? If you're on your phone. If you're on your tablet, tap the screen. And the icons are similar, so just look at those. It's all gonna work the same way. We do encourage you, Hiram was definitely like adamant about this. Please make sure that you have a reliable internet connection because that makes it easier and glitches and you won't have that and all, it'll be a smoother Zoom time for you if you have a stable connection. So the best thing usually is not your cell phone, not that it doesn't have a stable connection, but the crowd that we may have, you really want to have the opportunity to see everyone at one time. And on a phone, you're only probably going to be able to see 4 to 6 people on the screen, and then you're going to have to keep swiping in order to find out who's talking and all of that. Some people will be highlighted with a green or yellow box around them when they're speaking, and that's how they can tell that someone's talking. But we will do our best to highlight the person who is speaking so that everyone can see them. But again, a laptop, computer, desktop, anything with a larger screen is going to probably be the best so that you can really see the people that you want to see and all our loved ones and friends. So, okay, everybody, thank you so much. Until next time, this is all I have for you. We look forward to seeing you at the Family and Friends Buford Webster Family and Friends Reunion 2021. It's going to be virtually amazing. Please invite your friends. It is July 8th through the 11th. 8th being Mix and Mingle Night. That is Thursday. Friday being our Gospel Extravaganza. And then Saturday being our big blowout day. We're going to have so much fun, you guys. I'm really excited about the possibility of seeing family that we haven't seen in a long time. Just because people don't have to travel to get there, you can just open up your computer. All right, so please spread the word, encourage people to come. We love you. The committee of Gwen Nixon, Hiram Williams, April Scoggins, Dr. Gail Turner. We are all working hard. Myself, the chairperson, we are all working hard to make this amazing. So please join us July 8th through the 11th. Love you guys, and we will see you soon.